Alright, what is going on, everyone? My name is Tidus, and I tried recording earlier today, but I left off with these two trucks on the hill map. We are now, actually, what map is this? We are on the plains map. Now I'm going to go and change in this K20, that way we're not floating. But anyways, before I get sidetracked, I tried recording today, and it was just a total chaos. My phone was constantly ringing, and also, these two trucks, I kept flipping them no matter what I did. It wasn't really a successful recording, I would say. It was kind of boring, so hopefully this one will be a whole lot better. Now I'm going to put on the, not the stock bed, because we had that on last time. I'm going to put on the flatbed, and then I'm going to keep the regular dually wheels on. I'm not going to put chained on or anything, because I don't think we really need them. But I am going to have the default ones on, and then I want the tow ball as well. I'm not going to be towing anything. Just in case we kind of get stuck. It's another thing we can just grab onto. So let's get out of the, let's go ahead and get out of the install menu, and then we'll put on our diff locks and all-wheel drive locks, take off the parking brake, and I guess we'll just kind of excel forward. Now, I don't think I've really been on this map too much. I do know that this is a really deep creek right here. Actually, maybe I have been on this map. But usually, no matter what truck, I think you usually sink here, and then this is usually as far as I get. But we're gonna kind of ride this one out a bit. Now, I don't know if the dualies were a mistake or not getting over these rocks, because I would imagine dualies would be harder getting over rocks since your wheelbase is much wider. And then I guess we'll just kind of continue with this right path. I'm not too sure that left one goes. Okay, maybe this map is looking familiar. I might have played on it. I really cannot remember. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and switch to that Ford Truggy. Put on our spare tire like we did last time for some more repair points. And we'll go ahead and take off with this thing. Now, I'm going to imagine that up here, where the rocks were, that this Ford Truggy is just going to put in some work. Now, it's probably going to drop gears here crazy in this mud. I was just going to say, I won't be surprised if we get down to first gear. Now, more than likely, this water's gonna come over the cab of our truck. Let's see if I'm right here. Oh, we didn't even get our hood sunk under. You know, it's not too bad. Now, right here is what I'm waiting for this Ford Truggy to get up to, is these rocks. I'm really hoping it does a good time. I guess saying does a good time is kind of weird. What I should have probably said was, it should probably get over it well. Now, I did look up the Ford Truggy. Last episode, I didn't know if it was an actual thing. The Ford Truggy it's an actual Ford. The only thing that's different is it kind of has like that rock climbing look to it. It has no body. It just has the chassis. And it kind of has like the roll bars in the back. We'll just take off with the Ford Truggy. Won't even bother to switch to that K20. Now, these trucks both like they'd be good at mudding, but I don't really think that's their strong side. I think the K20 is known for flipping over, and the Ford Buggy, the Ford Truggy is probably known for climbing over some rocks. Yeah, we might have a hell of a time trying to get up this. So I'm going to cut left, and then we'll kind of cheat and go on the left side of this path. That way we don't take a solid like 10 minutes in the mud. Just hop over these things. Okay. Well, it looks like we have a big old mud spot coming up. Let's go into the K20. Hopefully this thing will perform just a little bit better in the mud. In the water, I mean, it's just doing just fine. He hasn't downshifted yet, but more than likely he's going to start downshifting once he gets to this mud. Yep, we just went instantly from 5th to 1st gear. I guess I can probably go to the left side like we did the Ford Truggy. We'll just hop over these stumps right there. Now I kind of skipped over that mud. We just kind of like hopped in it, but we'll just go ahead, not even worry about that. Continue going down this road. This truck is sure picking up some speed. Now, actually, is that these? Okay, now I'm remembering this map. I think we just did a big loop. Maybe not. Where's? Okay, yeah, there's the garage. So if we take a left here, I think that's where we took the Jeep. I'm not, like I said, I'm not too familiar. It looks like there's a whole bunch of roads. So, okay, we're here. I'm just gonna set a waypoint here. And we'll just continue following this road because it looks like there's a whole bunch more that connect. Though we can have some more options on our path. But yeah, we're definitely bogging down here. Hopefully we don't get stuck. I don't have the case tractor like we did in the last episode. Actually, to make this go by faster, I hate to have to pull it out, but I have an idea. I'm going to try to sneak around all the mud spots on this Ford Truggy, and then hopefully we can pull out that K20. Like I said, I don't think that K20 is stuck. Just that way we don't have to sit there for a while. Now this Ford Truggy really doesn't have too much speed behind it. Which is probably smart. Okay, maybe this is the smarter way. Plus we have some rocks we can kind of test to go over. Yeah, the suspension on this thing is definitely great. Sights for right here. Really hoping we didn't get this stuck. Okay, we're good. We just kind of bottomed out, I think. And then we're gonna get in this mud, and then we'll reverse here. Hopefully not falling down in this ditch, which is exactly what we just did. Can we back up here or no? Okay, there we go. Go to advance. Now, I wonder, this Ford Truggy should be able to pull this thing. There we go. I just want to get it out of the mud, that way we don't have to sit here for a while. Try to cut across here as well. Now I could probably go ahead and cut it off, but I kind of like towing trucks in this game. It is fun. Okay, so we have some options. We can either go kind of straight, which looks like... Actually, let me go forward a little bit. Okay, so it looks like if we go straight, it looks like it just loops around both ways, and it'll eventually connect. So we can either go left or right. Now, if we go... Actually, let me zoom in. If we go left, it looks like we are just going to kind of go back to where we just came from. So I think right is probably the way I want to go. So let's go ahead and get out of there. And then we'll detach if we can. And then we'll continue with this truck going right. There's a lot more mud coming up. Try to skip around all this. Because like I said, these trucks are definitely not very good for mudding. I mean, this Ford Truggy actually isn't too bad, but that K20 is just kind of slow when it comes to mud. Really pushing up on that tree. I think we just kind of broke free from the mud here. And we'll go over this hill, and then looks like we're kind of in like a stream sort of thing. We're on the, okay, yeah, we're on the right path. Now I'm gonna take a left. We just got over that just fine. Now I might have a feeling that the K20 is gonna flip over that. I guess we'll give it a shot. Really don't want to flip this truck. We just kind of went straight for that mud. You know, this actually, I was kind of wrong about this. This K20 is really not doing too bad. I just didn't really want to sit around and wait for it to get out of the mud. But yeah, this truck's definitely doing a good job. Now we are definitely flipping that thing. Actually, can we? No, we cannot roll it back over. But you know what? Since we have flipped trucks back to back in episodes, you know, this could be a good screenshot. I think advanced mode. Could I like adjust the camera any better? No, it cannot. I guess that's right there. Yep, I think it's F12. There we go. Perfect. Now let's back up that Ford Truggy. At least my prediction was right. Usually I'm wrong in all my videos, saying that a truck is stuck when it really isn't. You know, I'm gonna try to flip it from hooking up to the passenger side. If we don't hit the tire on the truck. That should be good. And then we'll hook up to this side. Take it out of advanced mode. Really hoping we can flip this thing. Okay, let's give it like a running head start. We may have just kind of flipped it some more. We just gotta dig a little bit in the mud. That's really all. We're in this grass. There we go. That worked just fine. Now let's go ahead and detach that thing. And we'll just continue now. Did I want to go straight? Yeah, we can go straight, it looks like. That's a lot of unexplored map. It's like some really muddy terrain over here. Hopefully don't have any problems with it. I'm going to try to skip a lot of the mud, because I really don't want to have to go through all this going this fast. I don't even know if a slower gear will help. This is some really thick stuff right here. If I can get up this hill, I don't know if I can. Okay, yeah, we're good. Looks like all that rock is in mud as well. There we go, and then we can go back into this water here. Because these trucks perform pretty well in water. Now, okay, yeah, we just went straight from here. You know, rolling that truck really didn't do too much damage, it looks like. Headlights still working and all. Yeah, we just went nose deep in those trails. Now, I don't think this K20 is going to get over this hill very well. Really hoping we don't flip it in all this deep mud. Slowly climbing. Okay, yep, we got it. We should be fine from here on out. Don't think we're going to flip it. And then we'll cut back over to these trails here. And we'll get some speed before we go in this. Actually, we could go left. Left kind of looks fun. But I don't know what's over this hill. I guess we'll just kind of have a surprise and see what's over this hill. If not, I guess we can turn around. It really isn't too far. Looks like I'm not really too sure where this leads. We're definitely going to have a nice jump right there. I think I'm starting to remember more of this map. I guess we'll just follow. Actually, that looks fun. Yeah, we're definitely going to take that way. And then we could probably cut over to that path. Probably helps if we take off our parking brake when we drive forward. Because I think if we take a left on the bottom of this hill, it should probably lead over to this path that we wanted to take. I should have probably been paying attention, because I don't think we're going to make it up that hill on this Ford Truggy. We're going to be able to ramp it like we did in the K20? I don't think so. No, just took it nice and slow. And we'll just continue on the left side. Now we don't dig down too deep. Now this little ditch, I guess I'd call it ditch. This is probably going to be a nice drive for the Ford Truggy. Might not even really be that fancy for it or perform that well, because it looks like it's just a normal little ditch, not much to it. Going up this hill may be a problem for both of these trucks. Slowly climbing. I don't think we're gonna be able to get up this unless we try to hug this side. Actually, we'll just go through all this brush. Yeah, I definitely would not be able to make it. Okay, where are we at on the map here? So we're here. Now I'm gonna go left, and then we'll stick on the edge of the map over here. I guess we'll go right. Should probably bring up that K20 before we go too far. This K20's hauling in here. Definitely just taking some jumps like a ramp. It's riding really rough over all this stuff, but I mean it got through it just fine. Looks like we just like smoked our mirror right there. Actually no, it did more damage to our bed, or our flatbed, than our mirror. I guess we'll just continue this K20 up here. Okay, that's some really thick mud. I'm not gonna go in that. Kind of looks more like a lake. I do want to go over this hill though. Actually, that trail looks fun too. Yeah, I want to take the right. I don't think this trail really leads anywhere. Now, I didn't really want to go in too much mud, but that's kind of a fun hill, it seems like. I really do like how this trail looks too. Now I should be able to shift into some higher gears, go a little faster through here. And of course we got some more mud. This shouldn't actually be too bad though, since it's going downhill. I just kind of noticed how much this guy really does shift from first to second gear in mud. We'll go around it if we can. And then we'll go ahead and park the K20 right up here. And we'll bring up that Ford Truggy. Now I have a feeling that this truck is going to get stuck in the mud, so I'm gonna cheat with this truck. Since this truck is more for hills, we'll just kind of climb over that right there. Then I'm gonna try to stick out of all this mud if I possibly can. But we're kind of getting stuck on these rocks. The mud really doesn't start till we get up here a bit. Then we'll go right again. Hopefully not hitting those trees. Okay, yeah, that was much easier for this Ford Truggy. We'll just continue with this thing. Now this kind of just led us where I think we would have been if we continued straight with that trail. Again, I'm going to dodge all this mud. Those are some very deep ruts right there. So you know, this would actually be a really good place to take a semi. I might actually have to do that. Oh, it's kind of like a fire watch tower over there, or I don't even know what that you'd call that. But yeah, we definitely just kind of cheated over that hill. We'll pretend that we didn't. There's a cloak thing over there we can go unlock, but I'm not too worried about it. You know, when there's no mud on this trail, this truck does pretty well. Wonder if we're gonna get stuck on one of these tree limbs here. Oh, I actually did pretty well. Now we'll bring up that K20 before we go too far. I'm really not too sure how our flatbed back rack kind of bent like that. That's really weird. Actually, maybe we should have probably took that Ford Truggy through all this mud. This K20 is just hopping right along. It's really not too deep. Maybe right up here. It's probably the deepest part. No, not at all. Maybe I was doubting this K20 and the Ford Truggy. Should probably just do it before I start doubting. Well, that was kind of weird. I just lost connection to the steam. So it just kind of kicked me there. But we're getting through this really well with this K20. This thing is just an absolute tank getting over it. we'll just park this truck back here in the brush since there's not really any more trails that I can see. Hopefully not gonna hit that tree. It's actually a really good parking spot for that truck. Hopefully we can... Yeah, I really like that. It's like a really good stance. I'm gonna bring up this truck. Probably help if we put on some diff locks and all-wheel drive locks. Now I'm gonna turn the other way for this truck. I just realized how much bigger that K20 sits than this Ford Truggy. Now, I don't know if that's because it's on a hill or if it really is like that. I wonder if I can prop up. Oh, I was going to try to prop up on that tree. See if I can do it again without hitting the K20. I don't think I'm going to be able to, honestly. There we go. I think that'll be good. Okay, so we finally got these trucks propped up, and I should probably turn off that K20. That way we don't have that idling noise. And go in advanced mode. Okay, now let's change over to the Ford Truggy. That way we got a better view of these two. But, wow, now it's much quieter. But, like I was trying to say, the Ford Truggy, which is on the right, I think that truck performed better when it was climbing up a hill or if it was going over rocks. And the K20 couldn't really do that. I don't know if that was because it was a dually or what it was, but that K20 performed better in the mud and going through water. Now, like I said, actually let me turn on a light. Like I said, I tried to record earlier with these two trucks on the hill map, but I really just kept flipping these trucks. So I was going to continue with that series, but I'm actually going to end this series. Not the Versus series, but these two trucks going at it. I will have some new trucks tomorrow. And again, if you guys stick to the end of my episodes, I really do appreciate that. And I will see you guys next episode.